Hey guys, it's Ben. Forget me? I know. I told you a week ago Thursday that I'd be back in a week, and here we are Monday, which is almost 11 days later. Where the hell was I? What was I doing when I should have been in here taking a Mounjaro shot and giving you the update? Well, let me tell you, I wasn't having any fun. I can tell you that. I was sick. I woke up Thursday and I was sick. I couldn't eat, drink, nothing. I just wanted to lay in bed. I was so tired. So I stayed in bed pretty much all day Thursday. I called in again Friday, all day Friday, and half the day Saturday. I started feeling better a little bit Saturday afternoon, but not much. And man, I didn't get much sleep either because you guys know I got foot neuropathy problems, and they seemed to be getting worse, but I might have found something that's helping me. So I'm going to talk about that a little later in the video, but right now let's get some updates going, right? So you guys know that I'm on the 5 milligram thing of Mounjaro. I'm trying to say it right for my guys out there that it makes a difference to. Mounjaro. I was saying Mounjaro for a while, and one person got upset. So just for that one guy, Mounjaro. There we go, Mounjaro. So listen, what are we going to talk about today? I got some comments that I want to run through. People always remind me, and they say, Ben, you need to start out these videos letting people know where you started and where you are now, right? Tell them where you were, tell them where you are now, right? Tell them a little bit about your journey, but make them go back and watch the video if they're really that concerned. So here we go. My name's Ben. I started out at about 250 pounds. And I realized, man, I got to lose some weight. So I started doing that on my own, and I got all the way down to about 190-ish, right? And then that was it. I plateaued, could not lose another pound. It didn't matter what I did. I would go on those starvation diets and I would lose a couple pounds, but then I would gain it all back plus a pound or two until I realized this is insane. I can't do this. It's not sustainable, right? So I just said, that's it. I'm going to be 180, 190. And then diabetes came into my life. By way of my feet hurting while I was trying to sleep. So I went in and saw my doc. She ran blood on me, and I came back with a 10.4 A1C. My blood sugar glucose level was 474, 475, something like that. And since then now, since being put on Mounjaro about 27 weeks or so ago, I have gone from 180, 190. I currently weigh about 155. I'm about a pound or two in there. I might be a little heavier this week because it's been 10 days since I took my Mounjaro shot, and I could tell a difference as far as my appetite went a little bit, which I think was a good thing because I'm in the situation where I need to level out my weight now. I'm at my goal weight. My goal weight is 150 to 160, and I want to level that out. My balancing act is a little different than most weight losers' balancing acts because I got to remember I got a glucose problem too with my diabetes. So I can't be cutting my Mounjaro medication and letting my blood sugars elevate just because I want to maintain a weight. So I need to adjust, right? So I need to figure out, I need to balance that tightrope and figure out what I need to eat, how much I need to eat to maintain that weight. Now listen. A lot of people have been asking me, Ben, what the hell do you eat all day? What happened to your logs that showed that what you were eating and when? I don't use those logs anymore from some good advice. The thing is by sharing that, I was sharing bad information. I was sharing what I was doing, right? Which in this country, we're free to do that. But being free to do that, right, it allows people to feel free to watch your video and then take what you have to say as gospel and do that themselves. And it's not the healthiest thing what I did, at least when I was starting. I'm trying to figure things out as we go along. I'm learning all about this weight loss and diabetes things as we go. And that's why I did this vlog, because I didn't do it to inform you guys. Kinda I did. I did it to get information from you guys, and then I could take that information and then share it back, and then there'd be other people that are just in the dark as much as I am about all this stuff that may benefit from it. Trust me, the comments have been an absolute goldmine for me, and I appreciate them. But the reason that I'm not documenting what I eat, how much I eat, etc., is because I don't want to share bad information. I don't want people emulating bad information, bad habits from me. So I want to get it right first. So I've got a request in to see a neurologist. I do have a request in to see a neurologist. That information's coming on my foot in a minute. But I also have a request to see a nutritionist, right? I'm hoping to get a consultation with a nutritionist soon. And if I don't, if my insurance won't do that for me, I'm going to pay for it myself, because I think it's that important. I would like my insurance to pay for it, but we all know how things like that go these days, right? So in trying to answer this question somewhatly, right, I'm not going to tell you what I eat in a day until I talk to my nutritionist. And then I'm going to start eating what she tells me to eat in a day. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm eating in a day. It's almost like you're going to be getting a nutritionist for free. In the meantime, I looked up some information, right? There is something out there that I just discovered, and it was just put out April 3rd, 2024. And it's from the Harvard Health Publishing from Harvard Medical School, right? So at least in our country, pretty astute establishment as far as healthcare goes, right? And they gave a really kind of a rough estimate on how to estimate how many calories you need to maintain whatever weight you are, whatever weight it is, and how many calories you need to take in to lose weight, right? They did a paper on it, and I stumbled across it and I read it. It's not very long. The link's in the description of the video. Go feel free to read it. But the too long didn't read is, in order to maintain my 155 pound physique that I have, I wouldn't exactly call it a physique. It's kind of flabby. Yeah, I guess it is a physique technically. So let's call it a physique. In order to maintain my 155 pounds, I need to take my 155 and then I need to multiply that by 15. That gives me a number. That gives me a number of 2325, which is the amount of calories, roughly, that I need to take in order to maintain my 155 pounds. This works for men and women. It's a little more accurate for some people than it is for others. Like anything else, right? This may or may not work for you, but overwhelmingly, it seems to be a pretty good mathematical equation as far as how many calories you need to take in order to maintain your weight. They go on further to say if you want to lose weight, you can reduce that number between 5 and 1,000 calories a day in 1 week. If you do that for a week, you'll lose between 1 and 2 pounds. I know it doesn't sound like much, but slow weight loss is the best weight loss, and it's the weight loss that stays off the longest, and it's easier to maintain if you lose it that way. Whereas if you just go all out, you lose all your weight in like a month, you're probably, chances are, not going to be very successful at maintaining that weight loss. That's what statistics say anyway. So in order to maintain 155, I multiply by 15. 2325 is my number, and if I eat that amount, I'm going to roughly maintain my weight. Harvard Medical School tells me this. If you want to lose weight, you reduce that number by 500 and 1,000 calories a day for a week, and you should end up losing between 1 and 2 pounds, according to the paper. I think that that's about right, because when I look back and I look at the amount of calories that I'm taking in about 1,500 to 1,800 when I was going through my weight loss thing, and I was losing pretty good weight, you guys. And the Mounjaro is helping me, right, limit my appetite, so I was able to maintain those lower amount of calories that were going in. Now I'm trying to inch my calories back up to the 2325 per day amount so I can maintain this 155. But if I wanted to lose it, I'd just drop 500, lose a pound or two a week, and that's it. Now remember, all these studies, they assume some exercise, right? They call 30 minutes of exercise moderate exercise, and that's like walking or swimming or something like that. I don't know what not moderate exercise would be if they're counting walking as moderate, but that's the way it goes. It's Harvard, so we have to trust them, right, you guys? One more thing that I feel like I need to mention in this study, and I'm kind of guilty of breaking this rule, I think, many, many times over the course of the last 6 or 7 months, and that is, for women, you're not really supposed to go below 1,200 calories a day intake. For men, it's 1,500 calories. You don't want to go below that amount Because when you start dropping below that amount, you're starting not to bring in the nutrients that your body needs to maintain, such things as muscle and things. I learned this the hard way. I used to have some pretty muscular thighs. Now I have chicken legs. My wife would love for me to show you so that she could laugh along with the rest of you, but I'm not going to show you them until I start lifting and building them back up a little bit. Even then, I'm kind of shy about my thighs, you know what I mean? So yeah, ladies, don't go below 1,200. Dudes, don't go below 1,500. You need the nutrients. Trust me, you need them. Let's get on with it, right? So my blood sugar has been pretty well maintained. The latest update on that, when I first started the Mounjaro, my doc said be between 90 and 100 is your perfect A1C, or you're not A1C. That's your perfect glucose readings, right? I take my glucose every morning, and sometimes I take it in the afternoon. I add all those numbers up together at the end of the week. I divide and I get an average. So this week's average, I was a little bit higher than last week's average, to be expected. I haven't had my Mounjaro since a week ago last Thursday, right? I'm used to taking it every 7 days. It's been like almost 11 now. So you would expect my blood sugar to increase a little bit, and it has. It's been going up this weekend pretty steadily with no real changes in my diet. Definitely nothing that should increase it dramatically. And it's not increasing dramatically. My blood sugar average this week, not terrible, is 127. So that's not bad. 127 is not terrible, but it's not really where I want to be either. And I think the 127 is kind of misleading because I haven't been able to take my shot for 10 days. And the reason is because I was so sick last week, right? So here we are. It's Monday. It's my new day. Monday is the new day, and Monday is a better day because we can do stuff like Motivational Monday and crap like that. It's going to be awesome. You guys need to stick around. Hit the subscribe button. Things are going to get crazy around this MRFer. So where am I at weight-wise? Well, last week, we all know, I'll just put it right here what I was because I forgot off the top of my head. I think it was like 156 something, maybe just 156. I know I was like within a pound, 2 pounds of my goal weight, which is perfect. It's exactly where I would need to be. I think this week I'm going to be a little heavier because I did notice, right? People are going to ask, hey, you didn't take your shot last Thursday yet. You're not taking it yet. How's that voice in your head telling you to eat Big Macs and French fries and ice cream and stuff like that? I can tell you that voice is not there. However, last night, my wife made meatloaf and potatoes. It's like one of my all-time favorites, and it's partially the reason that I got so huge. Not the meatloaf and the potatoes, but you know, my style of eating, that kind of stuff was my favorite, and I would eat a lot of it. So she made meatloaf and potatoes last night, and for the first time in a long time, I was able to eat 2 big slices of meatloaf and a nice spoonful of potatoes, and I cleared my plate. In fact, I cleared it so much that I took my fork and scraped those potatoes right off the bottom of it. Savage. Anyway, so yes, the voices are coming back as far as consuming more, and that's what Mounjaro really helps me with, is kind of toning those voices down and saying, you're not really hungry. Do you really need to eat that? I really don't. To be honest with you guys, I overdid it in the first, when I first started this stuff, because it was so easy just to say, I don't want to eat, just to skip a meal. It was easy, right? It was easy, but it wasn't healthy, and it's not recommended. I think when you're put on this stuff, you should be assigned a nutritionist automatically, and they should tell you, look, you're going to lose weight, but you can't stop eating entirely some days and some meals. You need to take in nutrients, and that's the advice that I didn't get. I just given the medication and said, good luck, right? Of course, there's pamphlets that come with the medication. I could have read those, but I don't have a powerful enough magnifying glass, and I didn't feel like buying one. I believe it should be more of an education, right? Let's see what my weight is, and let's talk about education. So like I said, last week my weight was around 156. This week I'm expecting to gain some pounds. I'm not too worried about it, and it looks like being sick last week has me down to 151.4. And the scale says, oh. I agree with the scale. Oh indeed. Now, I did tell you I was sick last week, but before that, I was eating about the same. Of course, Thursday, Friday, and most of Saturday, I didn't eat hardly at all. Saturday, I had some crackers, and that was about it. So that's probably the explanation of the weight loss. We need to be concerned about that because I am now less than 2 pounds to my minimum weight, right? I'm going to be that noodle dude that gets beat up on the beach if I'm not careful. I need to gain some weight this week. So right now I was thinking, should I skip my Mounjaro shot? Maybe, give it another day or two, try to get some meat on my bones? And the answer to that is no. Because my blood sugar is rising, I need to take my shot to get that under control. My appetite has returned with a vengeance this morning, and I think that I'm going to be able to gain some weight. My goal, this is crazy. I've said this a couple of times on this channel, and it's absolutely nuts. My goal is to gain weight this week. I want to gain about 4 pounds. I know. Dang. I just can't believe the life I'm living right now. It's like I'm living in a science fiction movie or something. It's crazy. I want to gain weight. I never thought I'd say that. Anyway, so there we are. Blood sugar and the weight update. Pretty happy with the blood sugar, not really that happy, and definitely not happy with the weight. 2 pounds to my minimum weight before I turn into a noodle and get sand kicked in my face. Okay, sorry. So let me update you on a couple of things. What's been going on? I have been extremely tired, you guys. I haven't got any real good sleep in probably about 2.5, 3 months. Ever since my neuropathy in my foot started intensifying, they put me on 1,800 milligrams of gabapentin. It hardly had any effect. So I went back to my foot doctor late last week, and they put me on, not coincidentally, the same day that I started getting sick, they put me on this pregabalin 50 milligram capsules. They put me on that. And I started getting sick right after I took that first pill, and it just got worse than that, worse and worse, and I never associated that it could be part of the medicine. And by the time I was feeling better, I realized I'm feeling better and I'm still taking the medicine. And oh, by the way, my foot doesn't hurt as much anymore. And I'm able to get more than 3 hours of sleep in a row. And my mood, because of that, is improving. I'm feeling much better. I was getting pretty grumpy, you guys. I got to be honest with you. I've edited a lot of it out the last couple of weeks, but I get a little grumpy when I don't get my sleep. And I hadn't been getting my sleep. The last 2 days have been beautiful. My sleep has been amazing, and I feel incredible. It's really important to get that good night's sleep. I never really thought about it. I always took it for granted when I was younger, because when you're younger, you don't need sleep. Sleep's for the dead. You can sleep when you're dead, is what my sergeant used to tell me. You can sleep when you're dead. And that's kind of the way it was feeling there for a little while. So let's get into some comments. Last week I had asked, what's the highest glucose reading you guys have ever seen in a diabetic, right? If it's yourself or somebody else, somebody you've heard of maybe. Man, we had Ninja Mom 2042 wrote, she said hers was 912 when she was hospitalized, but she heard tell of somebody over 2,000. Can you imagine? You should be dead at 2,000, and she heard that from her doctor, so she knows that probably wasn't any BS malarkey stuff. But that's incredible. So if you have anything over like 2,000 that you've heard of, let me know. But I think we're just going to go with that one. 2,000 is crazy. I kind of explained that I was sick last week, but SBart 1125 asked, where are you? Missing your video. Hope everything's okay. Everything wasn't okay. I felt like I wanted to die. Honestly, the last thing on my mind was filming something for YouTube. I felt like I should be filming my last will and testament, to be honest with you. That's how I felt. I'm 100% better now, and thanks for asking. It really means a lot that you came into my comments section to find out if I was dead or not. I appreciate it. In just about every video I get asked this question, and so far I'm probably not gonna get it asked in this one because I have my smoke under control. And I don't mean my cigarette smoke, because I don't smoke cigarettes. I used to be a 2-pack-a-day smoker years ago. I quit years ago. Best thing I ever did. I also quit drinking, by the way, just in case you're wondering. People are always telling me to do stuff for my health. I've done those two things. So now I'm trying to stay away from chocolate cake and that kind of stuff. And that's the easy part. Alice Morales, 2506, asked, what that smoke? What that smoke? That smoke? Look, once and for all, I get these things at Walmart. They're the mainstays. I don't know if you get them online or whatever. Maybe I got these on Amazon, but I get all kinds of flavors, right? I got the sage here. I like that one. The lavender is one of my favorite. If I'm feeling like a little stressed, I know it's crazy. I never used to believe in aromatherapy, but I do now. That lavender really helps me de-stress. This black cherry is just for smelling good. KH likes that one the best. KH is Karen, those are her operating initials. And my favorite though is the patchouli. I really like that. We're gonna fire one up today. This is Mirth. You know, not quite ready for the Mirth yet. I'm gonna wait till December. Try to get some frankincense as well. So here we are, the patchouli. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am because I'm pretty rudimentary as far as social etiquette goes, etc. I told myself I wasn't going to forget my lighter, but I did. I'll be right back. Okay, Alice Morales, 2506. This is that smoke. You were asking what that smoke? This is it. Normally I get one of these babies fired up right before I jump in the shower, just so it fills up the bathroom, makes it smell nice and good in here. And I put it in my little incense dispenser and I try to set it off to the side. In my first couple of videos, you probably didn't see the smoke wafting across the lens, and that's because things have changed. We have windows open in the house now. It's springtime, so it's getting nice outside. So we've opened windows out to change the circulation in the house, and it's wafting that smoke across. I did try to send it to the other side. I tried over there, and for whatever reason, have you guys ever sat around a campfire and it always comes to you? I'm that guy. That's me. If you're that person, then we should sit together. That way we don't pee off the rest of the campground because all the smoke will be on us, saving everybody else. Anyway, sorry. Here we go again. I apologize for getting off subject. Anyway, I was explaining why the smoke's always drifting across. That's just who the guy I am. That's what it is. That's that smoke. Like I was saying, my podiatrist, I went back to my podiatrist late last week and talked to him, and he's going to get me a referral to a neurologist. He thinks that this is an issue beyond what he's happily able to treat or capably able to treat, whatever the case may be. He's going to send me to a neurologist. He put me on this stuff. What's it called again? Pregabalin, 50 milligrams. And thank God he did, because I am now able to sleep mostly through the night. I've had the last 2 nights have been solid nights of sleep, and I've really needed it. I don't know if you can tell in my attitude, but definitely needed it. In fact, I felt so good today that I was going to get up and go get a haircut. Please notice that I didn't. It's my caveman look. I was supposed to get one last week. Didn't feel good. This morning I woke up, I was going to go get one at lunch, and then I realized it's Monday, barbershop's not open on Monday, and I got to go to my guy. I'll go tomorrow or Wednesday. Next time you see me, I'll have a haircut. I promise. I'm not apologizing because KH likes it nice and long sometimes. She likes to put her fingers through my hair. I don't know why, but she does. Anyway, okay, you guys, I'm about ready to go get KH, and I'm kind of like considering where I want to put my shot. I kind of want to include her because she's really enjoyed the interaction in the comments with you guys. She really likes the ones that say, hey Ben, you're kind of cool, but your wife's way better than you are. She likes those comments the best. It's kind of giving her a big head, honestly. I think she just likes to spend time with me. And she's happy that I'm getting healthy again, because the healthier I get, the happier I get, and the happier I get, the happier she gets. It's like, there must be a saying like that, right? I figured it out a long time ago. Happy wife, happy life. There's no saying for like that for the other way. Happy husband, what? What's the end of that? Happy husband, happy wife. I know, but it doesn't rhyme. Anyway, we need to figure something out that rhymes. But it is true, it goes both ways. Happy wife, happy life. happy husband, happy life for the wife as well. So that's the way it works. So anyway, I'm getting off subject again. I'm really sorry. I'm really dragging this out. Let me go get KH. We're gonna do a shot. I was thinking about doing it in my stomach this time. Don't really need KH for that, but like I said, she really likes being in the videos, so maybe I'll take another one in the arm. I'll take one for the team for KH.
Hey, baby.
Hey, KH. Hey. I was just telling them why your name is KH, not Karen. It is also Karen.
Yeah.
Your operating initials are KH. We met in the military.
Yeah.
So, Mounjaro after 10 days, 5 milligram. You ready for this? Before we inject it, I got a question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
What is your favorite quality about me now that has improved over the course of the last 6 months with me losing weight?
Your patience.
Has the patience gotten better?
Oh, yeah.
I was just telling these guys how grumpy I've been the last couple.
He's been grumpy, y'all, but his patience, with all the stress that he's been through lately, his patience are very, very, a lot better than what they were.
Would you say my patience is bigger than it used to be? I'm just joking. Okay. All right. So, hey, listen. I was thinking, I've gone right arm, left arm, or did I go, I went left arm, right arm.
And then left arm.
And then left arm. Are we going to go right arm?
Or we got your stomach.
Are we going to go thigh?
No, you don't have any, he has nothing on his thigh. It's like this big.
Yeah.
That big.
All right.
He's got chicken legs, y'all.
Okay. It's the internet. We don't need to share everything.
Okay.
All right?
All right, lift up your shirt.
Okay. What are we doing? In the belly or the arm?
Yep.
All right. I wanted to show these guys, I've been working on my abs lately too. What do you think?
Hell yeah, baby.
There we go. Thanks to Carrie for the shirt.
Hey, I've lost weight too. No Mounjaro here though.
Thank you, Carrie, for the shirt. It's very thoughtful.
Yes, Carrie. He looks great in this shirt.
I finally have abs. Anyway, do we want to shoot me in the... My abs might be too rock solid for the needle.
Let's do it the arm again.
Are we doing the right arm or the left arm?
Didn't we do that?
We started on that one.
And then we did this one.
And then we did one.
Yeah,
and now we're back. Okay. All right. So there it is.
Okay.
Here's your alcohol. Here's your alcohol prep pad.
Alrighty.
Somebody in the other video said there's no fat behind my arm. I think that's where all my fat is these days. Behind my arm. Definitely not on my legs. All right, so we wiped it down. All right, 5 milligrams. I took it out of the refrigerator about 15-20 minutes ago because otherwise you can feel the coldness. All right.
You ready for me to shoot you?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
All right. Good?
Yeah. That's good.
Do you have anything you want to ask me in front of the internet folks?
When are we going camping again?
Soon.
I cannot get this man to go camping enough with me, y'all.
I gotta retire first.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
All right. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Okay, guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in 7 days, and I'll hopefully have gained a couple of pounds by then, and hopefully my blood glucose level will remain under control.